Right, can you hear me?
Yes, Hi-born everyone. It's a great delight to have you again, once again live on Visit Ceylon, incredible island. This is Geeth
Hi-born.
Wijerathne joining in live. We have our guest of honors who's joining us, Mr. Manoj Perera, who is currently the resident manager for Suraya, and he is the acting general manager there as well. And then we have Mr. Lahiru Weerasinghe, who's joining us live from Oman, Muscat, Oman. He's the director of revenue for Kempinski Muscat. And we have our own co-founder for VisitsCeylon, Faizal Assen as well, joining us live. So thank you, gentlemen, for coming live. As I mentioned again, it's a delight that you are all here live with us. And today's topic is the modern trends in tourism. So even though the pandemic is ongoing in the world, we decided that it is a timely thing as and when we uh, get to find a vaccine, and then the future is hopeful for everyone. So let me start with Manoj Perera and ask him how's the situation in Sri Lanka with regards to tourism and what is happening in the country. Manoj, can you hear us?
Good evening, Geeth. Thank you very much for the invitation, and it is great pleasure to be with the Visit Ceylon team. Hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, Manoj,
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me, Geeth?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead. We can hear you. Please. Hello. All right. Till we fix that, Lahiru, let me come to you.
Right, it's a buffer, but I'm continuing.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, yes, as
Yes, go ahead.
yes, everyone knows that COVID-19 affected Sri Lanka. This year March. So unfortunately, from 1st of April onwards, we were compelled to
Yes, we can hear you with a
shut down
echo,
the
but I
operation.
think
And after that, fortunately, we overcome the situation and we opened. And July, mid July, we reopened the hotels in Sri Lanka, most of the hotels in Sri Lanka, and then we were running July, August, September, and we completely depend on Sri Lankan market because airport was closed and we could not get the foreign business, and we didn't do the profits, and we were not the break even, but still we survived with the Sri Lankan market, and thank you very much to all Sri Lankan travelers. And then again, unfortunately, second wave hit us on first week of October, and after October onwards, again, up now we are closed, and we are planning to reopen 4th of December, and things are getting better right now. And even the Colombo district, Western province, we closed, shut down for a while. And again, now things are coming back to normal. Uh, so we are ready to open 4th of December onwards again. Sorry, line was not clear as well.
Okay, so sincere apologies for all the viewers who are joining in. There is a technical difficulty given that everyone is joining us live from different locations of the country. And once again, we sincerely apologize on behalf of the Visit Ceylon team as well as our guest speakers. And then we have two comments already coming in from Lasante Indika saying good to see you, as well as Malshan probably joining us live from Australia. Malshan, thank you also for your comment, and it's a delight to have you with us as well. Then Lahiru is joining us from Oman. Lahiru, let me ask you first, what is the current situation globally, and how's the situation in Muscat as well as the situation around the world?
Good evening, everyone. Just to touch base on the global situation now, as you all know, there's still no vaccination available, and we are, waiting for two vaccines that have already passed the 90% mark. So hopefully, we can have a favorable result very soon, so that we can. Continue our hotel operations. So globally, now Europe, if I touched on the Europe, different countries have different quarantine measures. UK has a 14-day quarantine that they need for any traveler who is coming outside of UK. Especially, I saw that they have imposed a strict quarantine measure for Spain. Any traveler who is coming from Spain needs to go on a 14 days quarantine. Germany, for example, has a 10 days quarantine, and similarly, Switzerland, Austria, they also have a 10 days quarantine right now. What is interesting in these countries is that they have labeled certain countries into different tiers. So high risk, medium risk, low risk. So if, for example, Oman is in the high risk category. So if you are traveling from Oman to a European country, let's say Germany, there is it's very difficult to get the visa compared to a low risk country. Uh, you know, so this is one of the things that they have imposed in Europe to control the travels. The hotels partially they have closed some of the hotels because there's no guest. They have closed till the situation improves. And also the Europe is quite restricted to the regional travel because they don't have the international travelers coming still there. So they are restricted to the regional travel within the European Union. With regards to Oman, as Manoj mentioned earlier, we also had to close our hotel in March. So we found the first COVID patient on 27th February in Oman, and after that, by mid March, the government announced that we had to close the airport, and we had to close the restaurant. So the management, of all the hotels took a decision to close the hotels. There were some hotels that were open for quarantine business, but most of the five-star luxury hotels closed on end of March. And the place that I'm working, Campus Hotel Muscat, we opened in June. 21st of June we open, but with limited capacity because it is not profitable to operate all the rooms. So we open with limited capacity, and also government imposed restriction that we can only have 50% of our inventory available for both rooms and also restaurants. So this was the situation. This rule has not yet changed. So all the hotels had to run with 50% inventory, and also the restaurants has to run with 50% seating capacity. Dubai, for example, Dubai is quite lenient, and they have open all their businesses now. Everything is quite normal, and they are really pushing Dubai, to get back to their normal ways, because they have Expo 2020 coming next year, and already they had IPL, and they are planning a few major sporting and global events to boost the economy. So this is the latest trend in Dubai. And if I look at Oman, they recently announced that 100 countries can come without visa, so visa on arrival. That was a great initiative that Oman did, in order to boost the tourism sector, because most of the countries in GCC earlier, they were relying on oil and gas, but now they are on a diversification strategy, and they are looking into other sectors, not only depending on oil. So tourism is one of the main sectors that all the GCC countries have identified, and they are developing right now. This is the situation right now in Oman, Dubai, and most of the countries are actually following the same procedures. GCC, most of the countries, they have the same rules. So the 7 days quarantine, they initially had 14 days quarantine, but now we cut down to 7 days. So only 7 days is required. Yeah, so that's the situation now in this part of the world.
All right. Certainly. Thank you very much, Lahiru, for the detailed description of the current global situation. And it's once again a delight to have both of you on board. And so let me thank the viewers who have sent their love, the likes, and the comments. Lahiru, Disha Naik, Dushan, Sachit, Shivan Martinez, Dakshita Karnaratna, Prabhat Madhushan, Ranganath Kastya, Janaka Perera, Malshan, Insaf Sala, Akash Devendra, as well as Lasanta, Indika Nuan Fernando, and Charitra Sanjana, as well as Sachit Samasekara. So thank you so much for joining us live. And the next question is going to Faisal. What is the current situation in Sri Lanka, and how hopeful are we on future of tourism industry? Actually, Manoj already spoke about the current situation. So how hopeful are we for the future of tourism in Sri Lanka?
Thank you, Geeth. Iborn everyone, and thank you everyone who joining, and also all who is in online as well. Thank you all. Current situation, as Manoj mentioned, it's like that. It's nothing changing at the moment. Anyway, in Sri Lanka, we didn't have like a situation for the tourism, in generosity and the hospitality in Sri Lanka, we had enough. Big person experience. One of the best country, Sri Lanka, with the hospitality. So in that, there are so many people suddenly they got stuck, and they are in houses. People they cannot go out. So the people are waiting, to open the travel gates, to come to Sri Lanka. Yes, before that, as Lahiru mentioned, the few vaccines are there, but it will take bit time, in Europe, yes, you will get bit faster, but when it comes to the Asian country or the Sri Lanka, it will take a little bit time. So by the time the vaccine and all, when it get open, there are so many people are waiting, as I mentioned earlier. So it will be back to normal again. Yes, earlier in Sri Lanka we had some issues, but we as a nation we stand up and did great. Also with the pandemic situation, I think it will be get back sooner. Before the travel from the other countries, also we have to remind the Sri Lankans, they are also playing great helpful role in Sri Lanka. So we have to remind them also to travel again. We don't want to remind actually. They are also travel around Sri Lanka as other country people, they were waiting to travel Sri Lanka because if you if I mention, Sri Lanka, one of the best destination in the world. So that's what we can say at the moment. We are waiting for the gates open. Then we are ready to welcome all the guests, and also focus clients from the other country or also in Sri Lanka about the adventure is wildlife, eco-friendly business, also even the medical travelers. There is so many options in Sri Lanka. So we are here to welcome everyone. Open yeah.
Okay, Faisal. Thank you very much again for detailed explanation. And for everyone who's joining in live, probably those of you who are watching us live facing some technical issues at the moment with Sri Lankan weather conditions, I believe. And if there are any technical difficulties on behalf of our VisitsCeylon team, I do apologize. Um, and just before I go to Manoj Perera again, there's a comment from Navodya Lenege saying that Manoj, happy to see you. So thank you, Navodya, for joining us. And the next question, uh, bringing us back to the topic which we have decided, modern trends in travel and tourism. Let me ask you, Manoj, what are the modern trends that is imposing Sri Lankan travel and tourism?
Yes, Geeth, it is a vast topic, and but to get cut short, I will just explain about, especially the ecotourism. This ecotourism is very popular in Sri Lanka, and we have diversified areas and the places. So ecotourism is extremely very popular. And then again, we are much into the authentic, our own Ayurvedic tourism, and Ayurvedic treatment culture also going very fastly and very famously in Sri Lanka. We have our tradition, trends, authentic system. These all the issues, as well as even the COVID-19 similar to vaccination or the increase in the immunization powers. We have a lot of medicine in Sri Lanka as well. So Ayurvedic trends also in a new thing. And then again, we have the travel, train traveling, especially, moving to Kandy to Elder, the train journey. It would be a really nice one and extremely popular within both Sri Lankans and Europeans as well. And even before the COVID hit us, Elder was fully packed with uh, all foreigners. Even Sri Lankan, we couldn't go there because of always Elder was busy, and a nice place with great environment. And then again, the local culture experience also becoming very famous. Even that also with both Sri Lankan and foreigners, even Sri Lankans, people who are especially living in Colombo and stagnated in the busy life and busy situation, they tend to go to outside of the main cities, and they would like to definitely experience about local culture. So that also another new trend. And then again, moving to the other thing, robots, automation, artificial intelligence, and recognition technologies, as well as the increasing level of personalized services as well. So these are the new trends that I can see with regard to Sri Lanka as well as the global tourism.
Thank you very much, Manoj Perera, for your detailed explanation. And I think since Lahiru is in the Middle East and in Oman, probably I would ask the same question, Lahiru, like what are the modern trends that you see in the places that you have worked, as well as what are the modern trends available in those smart hotels, so-called smart hotels?
Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, the GCC countries are now moving. It's on a diversification strategy, and they are moving away from oil and gas, and they are looking at other industries. So tourism is one of the main, industries that all the GCC countries are looking at. So the tourism can be broken into mainly three main subcategories: religious tourism, commercial, and also leisure. So Saudi Arabia is actually the highest, the visitors from the region. They get the highest number of tourists, mainly because of their religious tourism. The Mecca is there, so the yearly they get, a very high number of visitors visiting Saudi Arabia. But now with the recent developments that are happening in Saudi Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and they are, they are opening up their economy and they are opening up their culture. Uh, there is a very big potential for leisure tourists also to come from Saudi. So there are really nice attractions in Saudi Arabia, from deserts to beaches, because this country was quite closed, and they have virgin beaches that no one has visited. So there's a huge potential in Saudi now to become a tourist hub. If I move to Dubai, everyone knows Dubai is, is trying to pitch as the commercial hub, like London or Hong Kong. Dubai is trying to be this commercial hub right now, and they're actually, developing so many attractions. One of the main things that I would like to mention is the Expo 2020, which is going to happen in 2021. They didn't change the brand because of COVID. They were doing a lot of branding, so they continue this Expo 2020 name, but it will happen in 2021 October till March 2022. So this alone is going to bring 25 million tourists to Dubai. So this is one of the big events that are planned, and this is the first time in the GCC region an expo event is happening. So this is going to really boost the economy of all the countries. Even Oman is expected to get 2 million tourists from expo. So this is one of the main things. And then we all know that the World Cup in 2022 is going to happen in Qatar. So this is expected to bring about 3.5 million tourists to Qatar and neighboring countries. So more, even right now when we are in Oman and we are getting bookings for the World Cup, for the teams, for the referees. The FIFA is booking hotels around the region because they need to accommodate all these guests who are supposed to come for the World Cup. So apart from that, the F1, the Formula One racing, which is in Abu Dhabi with Ferrari Park, which is also quite a big attraction. What they are trying to do is Dubai. They are trying to do more, adventure. This kind of tour, the concept they are going into. So they have this skydiving, which is quite famous with all the tourists. And also they have desert tours. this this kind of adventure tourism. They are promoting the adventure tourism in the region. So these are some of the things that these different countries are doing. But everyone in the region is quite focused on tourism, and they are all we there's all the hotels, all the top chains are available in the region. And um, so this is one of the key focused industries for the countries on their diversification strategy to grow their economy.
Thank you, Lahiru. Thank you for your detailed description of the modern trends in the Middle East as well as around the world. We have Sayan Gunavijaya who have sent us greetings from Germany, and we have about 30 plus likes and love from you all joining us around the world. Manasa, thank you for your comment as well. Manasa Anjali, who's joining us from Doha, Qatar. Thank you for your comment. She says, amazing job and happy to see you all. Thank you for sharing such a wonderful insight. So, thank you, Manasha. And for those who have joined us all the way from Germany as well as around the world, thank you so much for joining in. Um, since we have got a very detailed description from both Manoj and Lahiru, Faisal, let me ask you quickly, just summarize what are the possible global trends in modern tourism that you expect.
Modern tourism is, like now with the uh, technology is so high, like even from for a traveler, he can book through the online travel agents platform. Then they log into in that box, then they book their vacation or the holiday plans, which is very convenient. Then if you go to the airport, you will find there's an information center. It's like there is the panel. You have to find the information that which is very easy. Even check in for the passports, you put scan and face scan. Then it's more convenient in even most of the countries now. So it's come hospitality. Yes, it's this all very with that technology. It's very it will be more convenient for the travelers. Also in the hotels nowadays, you can do check-in. Once you do the online check-in, you can get the uh, RFID key form. Just you need to fill the forms and stuff because all done priori. So you don't want to wait. And also information center, or you will find like Manoj mentioned earlier, robots are there. Information center, you go and ask the questions. They help you. Even in the rooms, you will find there's not maybe in Sri Lanka, but some hotels in Sri Lanka as well and part of the world, you will find just with the switches and touching up the room facilities. They give the access, like lights and the curtains and stuff. Even you can maybe in future it will be go through with your voice call. Like you request, then it's just funny. So in Sri Lanka, it's picking up those kind of things as well. Even your final bill, it's come to your TV screen or to your smartphone. So these are the trending future in Sri Lanka as well, which will be more comfortable for the comfortable and convenient for the travelers. Payments you can do, even don't waive the credit, like as apps coming up. So just it's very good with the COVID. This all coming up for the people as well, which you can do such a convenient methods. So these are the modern trends also in around the world. It's happening. So Yeah, so this is what modern travel need to be. It will be more convenient for travelers, Geeth.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So let me go to Manoj Perera for the next question. Since Faisal, Lahiru, and you yourself have talked a lot into modern trends and the technologies available, how hopeful are we over the potential of usage of technology in Sri Lanka? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Geeth, for this topic, I have two opinions basically because I personally, it is my personal opinion. I personally like this human touch. That anyway, this technology has cut down human touch, and can't help it. Now we have to go with the new trends as well. So basically, technology has helped reduce cost and as well as enhance operational efficiencies and improve service and customer experiences. And then again, the technology has helped tourism and hospitality industry to replace expensive human labor with technological labor. So you got to understand, expensive human labor with technological labor. So further, this helps reduce labor cost and but also helps avoid customer services and issues as well. So as Faizal also mentioned, technology is gone up to extremely very well, and I have seen now most of the hotels they have introduced handling room service with robot technology. Is exciting experience as well. We never, I don't know Lahiru. How about Oman? I don't know whether you face this robot. Room service experience and all, but I never face it so far. And as Faisal mentioned, iPad check-in, full sophisticated room amenities. Once I have been to. It's my personal experience. I have been to a hotel in Gaul. It's called Le Grand. So it is it's a Japanese product collaboration as well. It is extremely sophisticated. Using public toilets. It's extremely extreme experience, very good experience. So so likewise, new technology is enhancing entire guest experience and give different experience. It's good thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And as and when we speak, I felt this should be a discussion where we can like share our experiences as well. So thank you very much, Manoj, for sharing your experiences as well. And then it is indeed once again a delight that you are here with us, as well as Lahiru, and then for all those who are giving us, including Amile Chatumal, who have just send a comment as well as a like. Thank you very much for joining in live. The next question is for Lahiru, since he is here live and he's been an expert in revenue management. Let me ask you on your subject, Lahiru. I think for those who are watching us live, especially those future prospects who are joining in, what are the trends in revenue management and how do we face on a revenue perspective this current pandemic situation?
Yeah, Geeta. Actually, in this field of revenue management, it's evolving field. You cannot do the same thing like what we did before, and especially now with COVID. We had to always think ahead, and we had to change our strategies because we cannot predict. So one of the things that is right now, I mean, I will speak on behalf of all the revenue managers. We are working with a lot of fancy systems, be it our revenue management system or be it the rate shopping system. So right now, and most of these systems are used to predict what is going to happen in the future, in terms of your occupancy, your ADR, your revenue decisions were all based on the revenue management systems that that took your data, the pickup that you used to have before, weekly pickup, by market segment, by country, and so on. So, but right now with the pandemic situation, we cannot use what happened before in order to predict what is going to happen in the future. So, one of the main things that from a revenue manager's perspective, what we are doing is we're constantly adjusting our forecast, because the forecast is very important for all the operational departments. Be it the manning forecast is based on the revenue projection, the occupancy. The cost forecast is based on the revenue manager's prediction on the future. So if we continue to go with a unrealistic forecast, or the operation and the financial of the hotel is going to severely affect. So what we are doing is, we have to be always open to all the new information, new insights, any government regulations, any global regulations, any opening of borders, for that matter, competitor, we have to always look at, we need to keep eye on the competitors, what's happening in the competitors, if they have something that we don't have, right? So based on that, we need to have a forecasting. We need to have a forecast that is more realistic, where all the other departments can then work on their part of the pie. So this is one of the very important thing, because earlier, all the revenue managers will be having this fancy system of ideas, be it ideas, there's different systems. So right now the systems cannot tell you exactly what is going to happen in the future. So the human intervention is very important. We need to always have an eye on what's happening, and then you need to come up with your forecast. So this is one of the important things. Then the second thing is, revenue managers used to increase the rates, try to yield based on the occupancies, but right now we don't have occupancies, the hotels are empty, right? Or we are running with 30-40% occupancy. So how are you going to yield? How are you going to maximize your revenue? So we need to always look at different options. We need to look at the total revenue, not only rooms revenue. So we need to go and check the how we can maximize revenue from your restaurants. How can you increase your seat occupancy in the restaurants? So maybe you need to identify lean periods in the restaurants, and do come up with different promotions. How to maximize the total revenue. So total revenue maximization is very important right now, because rather than just trying to increase your rate here and there, and try to get a higher ADR, because RevPAR is more important than the ADR. So this is one of the important factors that we are doing in the property that I'm working. We have 11 restaurants, and our F&B contribution is actually much higher than the room revenue contribution. So what we are doing is, we are working with the F&B departments, coming up with new promotions. And especially I would like to mention the use of social media, Instagram, Facebook. This is very important right now. You need to have a very good campaigns on social media, because you can target exactly the customer that you want. And Instagram is a very powerful tool where you can reach to a lot of people with proper content. You can have very visual contents. You can use these small videos. They have Instagram live. Instagram has a variety of products that the hoteliers has to use in order to reach the end customer. Because right now, as Manoj mentioned, we are all going towards this technological, and we need to use the technology in to better understand how we can maximize our revenue. So this is a very important thing. Lastly, I would like to mention, especially during this period, you need to provide flexibility for the customers, because people want flexibility, because they don't know what is going to happen. They need to have flexibility in booking the room. They need to have flexibility in checking in. So maybe websites need to have the option of check-in, online check-in, right? So we need to have paperless menus. So you can use QR codes at your even in your website or even at check-in, so that they don't have to touch the menu. So you can easily use these QR codes to have all your activities, all your menus, um, those kind of stuff. So these are the some of the things that you can use the technology to counter the current situation. And one last thing is that uh, the reputed chains with proper say health and safety measures for COVID will have a higher advantage of getting the guests rather than, let's say, a normal hotel. Because all the hotels like Kempinski we have a thing called white glove service. So these are all these procedures that we are doing in terms of COVID, how to handle the guests. And then similarly, I know Anantara has a thing, a Grand Hyatt, they have their own thing. So all the reputed chains, they have their own way of handling this COVID situation, and this gives the guests the comfort, right? It gives the guest the comfort that, okay, I can go to this hotel because they have these international guidelines and they are using, so I don't have to worry about it. So the world is moving into this direction, and and especially in Sri Lanka, I think all the hotels, they need to have. I actually don't know what's the latest update there, but I think they should have all these guidelines, and it should be communicated with all the guests, so that the guests will be more comfortable, will feel more comfortable in booking the hotel. Thanks.
Thank you indeed, Lahiru. Thank you so much. Let me thank all the viewers who are joining us from UK, United Kingdom, as well as Thailand and Taiwan, and in Australia and around the world. Thank you so much. Since I have overwhelmed with likes as well as insight. I will not going to read all of it. Let me thank Milena who have commented us, and then Nish, Pradeep Kumar, as well as Lasant Sampat Disanaik who have comment us live. Amila, since we are running short of time, I will quickly take your question. Uh, Amila is asking a question. Probably I should ask this from Lahiru. Hi, can we have a quick explanation about a new tool, how to increase spa and OOD revenue as well? I think you have already answered that question. However, quickly, Lahiru, since we have done for over 40 minutes, a quick answer on that spa revenue and OOD revenue
Yeah,
new
because
tool.
right now, spa actually in Oman, all the spas are closed. But what you guys need to see is, you need to have your Opera. If the property management system, you can get the insight on which kind of guest is using the spa, which nationalities are using the spa, right? So because not everyone is using the spa. So first you understand, what kind of guest is using the spa, and then you can do targeted marketing to those guests. And also, you can build spa, maybe a discount or maybe a package in your wholesaler contracts. So what we used to do in Sri Lanka is that we build for any guest who is staying, let's say, more than 7 nights, they get a spa treatment. So in this way, you can get your spa promoted, because the guest who is staying 7, and normally in Sri Lanka we have 7 to 10 night stays, right? The guest who is staying 7 nights will not only have one spa treatment, but if you get that kind of offer in built in your contracts and get them to come for the first time, and then you give a good service, that guest will come back again, 2 3 times he will come during the stay. So try to capture the guests from that angle. And also for your corporates, now here we are giving a corporate discount for any guest tour, because corporate guests normally they have their meetings during the day, and then if you give a discount, they will use the spa and any other recreational department, anything else, during when they have free time. So this is something that you can do. And also there are certain websites like a booking engine, spa booking engine, which you can link it straight to your website. So there's a example, there's a website called Spa Booker. So this you can link into your website, and you can then promote spa packages through your brand.com, through your own hotel. So and then you can get more bookings, and I'm sure the e-commerce manager can then spend some money on PPC, creating some packages to promote the spa. So these are some of the tactics that you can do. I hope I answered the question.
Thank you, Lahiru. Thank you so much. I think I should give my sincere gratitude for both of you for your valuable insight. And then I think this should be shared with all the new hoteliers as well as new revenue managers joining in. And thank you so much for both of you, both Manoj and Lahiru, for your insight. Uh, I expect a very quick answer, Faisal. I'm sorry to take your time out from the discussion. Just what are the trends that we're gonna use in VisitsCeylon for our future visitors? But it should be a very quick answer, Faisal.
As I mentioned myself, and maybe Lahiru and also Manoj mentioned, we are using high techs around the world, and also in Sri Lanka. So in future, when our clients come, of course, we use those kind of technology. And also we are looking for high-end clients and also we are gonna work with the high-end resorts, luxury properties in Sri Lanka. So that it will make a more good experience for the guests in Sri Lanka. Like Manoj mentioned, there's high-tech properties are there, so it will be the trend in Sri Lanka. But as also mentioned Manoj, that when it's come to hospitality, like when you don't have the human touch, then it will be a bit of like high techs. It's good, but the human touch also need to be there. That is my opinion. But we have to work also with the high tech. With the world, we have to move forward as well. So definitely, so we will work with VisitsCeylon team, very experienced with hospitality. So we will work with the both ways, with human time outside, also with the high tech.
All right. Thank you indeed, Faisal, as well. And then, of course, Visit Ceylon, the incredible island. We are looking forward for having you here in Sri Lanka, and then give you an experience like no other for you whoever comes to Sri Lanka. And Amila is thanking Lahiru. So, Lahiru, I have thanked him on behalf. And we have over hundreds plus comments as well as likes. And then Raj Mohan Livingstone Looks is saying, "Hi Manoj, how are you, sir?" So Manoj, lastly, what thoughts do you have, and what do you want to say to the viewers finally? Because I think it's almost close to an hour of discussion, and it is over to you, Manoj, to share your gratitude to your viewers.
Yes, with this pandemic situation and very crucial situation, we have to be very positive, Geeth. And yes, of course, being hoteliers, we are always positive. And if you can, if I can take you to the 1980s actually. That is where we are seeing our tourism industry is booming up. And since the 1980s actually we had challenges. You if you can remember, in 1983 we had ethnic riots, and then again tourism that, along with that tourism gone down. Then again 88 89 we had youth unrest. If you all can remember, overnight, entire Sri Lankan, all the tourism, all tourists in Sri Lanka, overnight they asked to leave the country. So then again, 2004 tsunami hit us, and entire country was collapsed. Tourism is devastated, and then again we got out. And even though right through we had a brutal war since 30 years, we couldn't go anywhere. Suicide bombers everywhere, airport attack, all these financial centers attack. We but still we were running with fairly very good tourism, as well as uh, yes, we did a very good job. And then 2009, the war was finished. Sri Lanka became a number one destination in the world, and we were very proud, and we were expecting lots of tourists in Sri Lanka. But unfortunately, pandemic, the situation arise. And yes, no sooner it is confident, everyone is very much confident. No sooner we get the vaccine in fine for this COVID-19 virus. And yes, end 2020 or beginning of 2020, sorry, end 2021 or beginning of 2021, we will have a extreme good um, tourism industry. And definitely people who are stuck in at their homes and stuck in their regions and countries, they are very much curious to and they are very much willing to travel and visit places. They are stuck already, they want to explore, they want to go out of from their countries, regions, and their homes. So definitely yes, we will have a extremely good tourism industry booming in Sri Lanka. Yes, thank you, Geeth.
Thank you once again for your motivational thought, as well as reminding us how we have survived all those hard times. And let me thank everyone once again. I think for me, going live as well as looking at all your comments and likes, I think it is not fair now if I try to read every comment as well as all the like. So if I have not mentioned your name, and if I did not read your comment, sincere apologies on behalf of Visit Ceylon team. And Lahiru, lastly, what you would like to say to the viewers, and what are your thoughts on the future of tourism industry globally?
Yeah, Geeth, actually, I think now we see there's some development happening. Now, the hotels were closed from March to June, July, but now slowly, we can see that there's a recovery happening, especially within the region, in Middle East and Europe. They are fortunate to have this regional tourists. I know Sri Lanka, we are stuck with our own Sri Lankan the tourist, but we see that hotels are making some money. It's not enough to cover the cost, but but still for all we see some occupancy happening. So this is positive. This is positive, and especially what Manoj said is exactly true. People are stuck, especially in Europe, Russia. These are cold countries. They are all waiting, for the vaccine to come, and for them to start traveling again. So as soon as the vaccine is approved by the World Health Organization, the tourism will pick up, and it has to pick up, because people are in our nature. We are used to traveling. everyone wants to travel. We want to explore something new. We want to see different culture. If we want to taste something different, so people will travel. And our projection is exactly the same as what Manoj said. The international tourists will start traveling again, maybe Q3 Q3 2021, right? Q4, so Q1 and Q2, it's going to be the challenging period, because we are already in December, just another 5 days for December in 2020. So Q1 Q2 2021 will be quite challenging, but hopefully the vaccine is approved and is distributed among all the countries, and then we can look forward to a positive Q4 in 2021, where we all can make money again from this industry. So this is my humble opinion. Thanks, and thank you very much for having me here in this call today.
Okay, so on behalf of VisitsCeylon, let me thank all the viewers as well as all of you who have joined us, gentlemen. Mr. Manoj Perera, thank you so much for joining in, sir. It's a delight to have you with us, and thank you so much for your insight. And it is indeed an honor that you are live with us. And Mr. Lahiru Weerasinghe, thank you so much for your thoughts as well, and then those great detailed explanation on the trends, modern trends, as well as the current technical usage around the world. I think it has been a real value added sessions for us uh, with your addition as well. So thank you, Lahiru, for joining in. And indeed, we are looking forward to getting you back live, both of you back live soon uh, on Visit Ceylon Incredible Island. Faisal, thank you so much for joining in. Since we are getting close to an hour, I think I have had to cut your time. So my apologies on behalf of me as well as Anil. And so thank you everyone for your likes, for all those comments as well as viewing us. So indeed, it is an honor. Visit Ceylon Incredible Island invites you to come to visit Sri Lanka when we are open, and let's be hopeful and be positive for a better future and a better tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us live. Thank you. Bye bye from here in Sri Lanka. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you very much.